There's the flag. They sprinting away from the 1200-meter marker. One of the first out, Sir C. She's a Crusader, Quick Starlights around them. MAKHET is back in fourth. Miss Rosa Parks, then Naomi. Cozy.com is near the rail. Fire Fairies on the outside, and then comes Shake, Storm Kilvington, and Mooley Points the trailer about 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. She's a Crusade by a length, Starlight is second, Miss Rosa Parks third, then MAKHET. That's only about 2.5 lengths off the leader. Sir C's along the inside. Then comes Naomi with the white cap, about 5 lengths off the leader. Cozy.com is further back. Then comes Fire Fairy as they turn into the home stretch, and She's a Crusade is the leader. Back in second is Starlight. Behind that one, MAKHET. Naomi's going to have to pick up, got about 3 or 4 lengths to make up. Then Miss Rosa Parks coming to the 200. She's a Crusade. MAKHET is trying to close it down over the last 100 metres, and Starlight between the two. She's a Crusade, but MAKHET is coming strongly now, and MAKHET is going to win it. Second, She's a Crusade, Fire Fairy and Starlight. Right, so number 2, MAKHET, is victorious. I know the boys got on 6 Rand 10 and 2 Rand 10. If you listen to Sheldon this morning, and they win it, and it found the support. 230 for number 4, Naomi, the tote favourite. A very nice run in second for number 5, She's a Crusade. Fire Fairy, number 12, also 230. And the tote favourite ends up number 4. Then Starlight, Miss Rosa Park. No extra from Naomi, you could see was in trouble round about the 300. So She's a Crusade. MAKHET runs on very nicely, and this one goes on and runs on nicely to win it and win it well. Of course, this horse, MAKHET Greyvillle, is the winning rider, and this one is owned by Pumamganga, Sada Naidu and Michelle Nyrek, and they win it well. 7th race, number 2 at 6:10 and 2:10. Back to the studio.
The 7th race on the card today has gone the way of number 2, MAKHET, the filly by Philanthropist from the Tony Riverland stable. Greyvillle was the pilot, and we'll get to chat to him in a moment. But Tony, congratulations. This filly won her maiden, and when you look at her form, she's actually done all right since then, and a well-deserved win.
Yeah, thank you, Warren. I was a bit like you. I wasn't sure how much she'd improve after winning a maiden. She's a nice-looking filly, but doesn't always try as hard as we'd like her to, you know. And she did beat the second horse in her maiden. Actually, I was, saying to Corrine, her filly was a bit unlucky, just weak in the last bit, and I'd forgotten she'd actually beaten that filly in her maiden. So the form stood up from their maiden runs, but MAKHET's form has been consistent. She was very unlucky at 2 weeks ago when we returned to racing. She came from last in a 1,000-meter race, just couldn't find a run at the right time, and was only beaten 2 lengths. So it was the right race from the right draw. And I mean, I'm really delighted for the owners. Dr. Pumlam Ganga, it's great for her. Second win, and she really is very fond of this filly. She named it. And of course, to Sada and Michelle, it's great for them that we could bring up another winner with her, you know.
Tony, I see you tried her over 14 before, but and there weren't diabolical runs either. But do you think she's now 1,200? Do you think she'll get a bit further? How do you see with her going forward now?
Warren, I think, she's a half-sister to Nvidia. And his best form too is 6 furlong and 7 furlong. I mean, I think, in the right race of a 7 furlong from the right draw, I think it doesn't make much difference, But my small gut feeling is 6 might be her best distance.
Wonderful, wonderful. And as you've alluded to, the owners, they'll be thrilled. And congratulations to you and your team, Tony.
Yeah, and well done to Sean. I mean, obviously it's a lot easier when you draw well, but he rode the right race. And I could see at the top of the straight she was going to be hard to beat. She was travelling well, but when you ask her for the effort, she often just labours a little bit. That's what she does, and she gives you a scare. But no, I'm delighted. Thank you, Warren.
Well done. That's Tony Riverland. He's the trainer of number 2, MAKHET. As our team just adjust the microphone, Greyvillle was the winning rider. Sean, first of all, thanks again for your time on the show with us. And you said to the punters, you include this horse in all bets, which I'm sure hopefully they did. But well done. You tell us a bit more about the race.
Yes, I couldn't have asked for a better race. She pinged the gates. I got one in front of me, and she actually travelled all the way through top of the straight. I could see I was going to get to Keegan, but you have to time it to perfection this filly, because as I hit the front, she actually stopped with me. But in saying that, she won a good race. Well done to Terry, Mr. Greyvillle. Mr. Greyville's daughter, she does a lot behind the scenes. A lot of people don't know, but she's there every day, takes her father's stress, you know, and just well done to her and to her mom, and obviously to Terry and the rest of Mr. Greyville's team. It's been a good team effort with this filly. She's been very unlucky in a couple of runs, but at saying that, she never goes to put the race to bed like today. And even today also, she hit the front and she thought she's finished. But she done enough to win, so just well done to everybody concerned. And to the owners, thank you very much for keeping me on this filly. And obviously to LG panel beaters for the opportunity, Mr. Pilla and his family, thank you very much. And to my wife and my two boys, this one's for them.
Yeah, Sean, just going back to, you say she doesn't like to put the race to bed, she doesn't like to finish it off, but I thought you gave her a good, strong, powerful ride with her hands. You punched her out and you let her know, and no certain terms were you going to allow her to throw the towel in. And well done, you pushed her right through and she responded.
She owes me this filly. She cost me one day. She gave me a week suspension. But also, same thing, moved through with her hands. And when I went to go give her a smack, she actually dived to the outside. That's why today I wasn't thinking, I was just going to go to that outside rail regardless. And she actually won a very good race.
Well done, Sean.
Thank you very much.
There we go. Proudly sponsored by LG Panel Beaters is Sean Veal. And yeah, well done to Terry back at the yard, the assistant trainer to the Tony Greyvillle stable. MAKHET is a 4-year-old daughter of philanthropist out of a parade leader mare. Greyvillle stud are the breeders. And of course, they've got that sale that's been going on. So lovely. Well done to Greyvillle. And of course, Dr. Pumla Mganga, congratulations to you, ma'am. Sada Naidu, Michelle Narak. Well done. Your horses won and won very nicely. Number 2, MAKHET. So 2, MAKHET has won from 5, She's a Crusade. And third, number 12, Fire Fairy, and fourth, number 11, Starlight. As you heard Craig say, no sign from number 4, Naomi. No doubt she'll be back to fight another day. See you next time for the next race. 2, 5, 12, and 11. Those are the numbers that you're going to need. We'll come back to you shortly.